Good morning and welcome to Mornings with Coffee. I'm Tatum Coffey alongside Mike Valania. Mike, great having you on the show today.
Oh, awesome. It's so cool to be here, so I'm really excited.
So looking back on your past 2 years as the Nittany Lion, how has that shaped who you are today?
Looking back on that, it's kind of fun to see how far it's come. I've gotten to have so many different cool opportunities, not just, being on the football field, but getting to see so many different organizations that I probably would have never otherwise gotten the chance to see. So I think that's very refreshing and fun to see as a Penn State student.
Coming into Penn State, did you know that you wanted to be the Nittany Lion?
Kind of, right? So I grew up in a Penn State family. My sister went here. She's only a year and a half older than I am, so we were both here at the same time. My dad went here and his dad went here. We also had football tickets growing up, so I came to all kinds of games. So the first time I ever saw a lion on senior day take off his head, and it clicked, that it was a person and not a lion. That moment, that's when I decided I wanted to try to do it. I didn't think that it was actually going to happen, but it was kind of in the back of my head.
Once they found out that you were the Nittany Lion, what did they say to you?
My dad cried. I think my dad and I were crying on the phone to each other. My mom was Skyped. My girlfriend put up a computer at the tryouts, and my mom and my sister were Skyped in, and my dad was as well. So it was very cool.
And do you want to pursue your mascot career after graduation? You're a senior, so it's right around the corner.
Right. I wanted to be the Nittany Lion, and I enjoyed being the Nittany Lion because it was a Penn State symbol, because of the connection to Penn State, not necessarily because I just really wanted to be a mascot or something like that. And then in addition, I do ROTC, so I'm going into the Navy after school.
How is it balancing ROTC and being the Lion?
It's pretty busy. They've been really accommodating the past couple years. I'm the second ROTC Lion, I guess, to do it. If I ever had to miss anything that was definitely mandatory, I would have to make it up or something like that. But for a lot of times, they were super understanding. And this past semester, in the fall, I had 7 all-nighters, which is it doesn't sound like a lot,
Wow.
but that's kind of a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to have all this energy when pulling all-nighters and keep going and being so energetic at games?
I think it's like adrenaline, and part of it is just kind of remembering the kind of magic that you saw in the position before you were ever the Lion. One of the coolest things is to see people get so excited whenever they see you, whether it's a little kid or whether it's an alumni. So it's easy for you to kind of fall into this mindset where it's just another day, it's another job or something like that. But that might be the only time that person ever gets to interact with the Lion. And so you have to make that moment as special for them as it was for you the first time that you had your own interaction.
Being a senior and wanting to make the most out of your senior year, how do you manage your social life and friends?
Yeah, so that part's really difficult, and I think that's maybe one of the hardest parts about the whole position. A lot of people who are in our class, one of their favorite memories from going to football games is when Penn State beat Michigan, when we were juniors. And that's awesome, and a lot of people had this great experience, and they were with their friends in the stands, and whether they did, Nittanyville or whatever.
And you were out on the field.
And I was out on the field, and so I have a very cool perspective of it, but I also don't get to share kind of those emotions of the game and those memories with a bunch of my friends because it was just kind of by myself, So those kind of situations, that's hard, but it's all give and take. There's so many amazing opportunities that you get that you just kind of take one with the other.
What are your 3 favorite memories as the Nittany Lion?
This is a hard question because there's just so many amazing things that I've gotten to do. I would say, this past Thon 2015, I got to dance at the same time as being the Lion during Thon weekend. So that's got to be number 1. That was my last event actually ever in suit. So that was very cool that's how it all got to end. It got to end me doing something that I had been very passionate about before I became the Lion, and then also being the Lion at one of my favorite events and something that I was very excited about. So that was a really fun weekend that it worked out perfectly. I was very nervous about it, but it worked out awesome.
Thanks for watching Mornings with Coffee, incorporated by Dowling Filming Productions. We'll see you next time and enjoy the rest of your day.